Have you ever gotten services from a spiritual reader, worker of any kind before, and you've questioned their integrity? Who holds us accountable? That's coming up right after this. Hi, my name is Mel. Welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new, thank you for joining us. And for those of you that are returned customers, friends, welcome back. I am the owner, creator, and operator of Mel's Divination. And today we're going to talk about a topic that is a little challenging for me. So I'm going to get a little passionate here. I do ask you to be patient with me. I've made some notes to reference down below so I don't get too carried away. So let's get to it. I also have lipstick on that keeps getting on my teeth. So hopefully we'll get through this without too much craziness. Just a quick little, this is what happens when you play with makeup. Anyway, a little behind the scenes for you guys. And I'm not editing that out. So today we're going to talk about how I feel taking clients' money for services of whatever kind means that we should be operating in integrity, that we are being trusted with finances, with an energy exchange. By giving me money or any spiritual worker of any kind for any service, whatever that is, it's an energy exchange that we should be delivering on the promises made that we are accepting your money for. Whether that be a mediumship reading, which I don't do, or a tarot reading, or an astrology reading, or a coaching session, whatever it is, we should, or spell work, which I also don't do, we should be delivering on that said promise, right? So the reason why I'm so heated and passionate about this is there's many people in this community who are workers who either have lost their way or see it as an easy thing to scam people with. Yes, I will say that again. There's many people who see this as a way to scam people. So that's a problem. Not only am I a reader, but I'm a client. I sound just like the commercial for Hair Club for Men, right? Long before I became a professional reader, I was still getting readings from people, many people. And I've seen the good, I've seen the bad, I've seen the ugly in this field and what it's led me to talk to you guys about this today. As a reader, I've been called a lot of horrible things by haters, by trolls, by non-believers. It's part of the job. It's a fringe life. It's not something that's well accepted everywhere. So some of it happens because there are devoutly religious individuals who have their points of views, and that's, watch my point of view, matters of perspective, I'll link it above, video, that's completely okay. Some of it are individuals who are skeptics, and they are skeptics for a reason. Some are people who have been badly burned before by readers. All acceptable, reasonable attitudes. Some it's because they just are haters. I have been one of those clients who has been burned. So I understand when a client comes to me and they are skeptical because they have had a tough time with a reader. They question if I'm legitimate. They question if I'm going to give them a real reading, meaning am I going to sell them a fairy tale? Am I going to lie to them? Am I going to tell them what they want to hear? Things like that. It's hard to make a name for yourself in this business when there are so many people lacking integrity. Who keeps them, us, accountable? I'm one of them. So I didn't come here to whine and complain and moan and groan about how hard it is. I actually want to give you guys some tips and tricks about how to spot readers and how to be proactive for yourself. And if you've gone through a situation where a reader has burned you, steps you can take to take care of yourself. So I have in the past filed complaints with the Better Business Bureau. They have a website. Look that up. When I could. Now here's the thing. Even that is not enough sometimes, and not every company, not every reader, not every program has their stuff filed and registered with the Better Business Bureau. I don't have a brick and mortar store. So if you read with somebody who is based purely online and they're very small, typically they wouldn't be found on the Better Business Bureau. So with online, it's really a gamble, and I'm literally telling you it's a gamble to read with me, but you're not gambling with reading with me, but with online people, that's the truth, right? So I've taken classes from people when their promises didn't pan out. I've taken things that they've promised, and I talk about it in False Prophet, so I will link that above, but promises that they've said, oh, this is going to happen. If you take my class, I will guarantee this. I will guarantee that. I will deliver on this, or this will happen when you get when you complete my course. A bunch of that stuff never happened. I've taken several classes with different people. I've had readings from individuals that encouraged me to not be a reader. Don't be a reader. Don't do that, because they didn't want the competition. And I've even booked readings where people took my money and didn't even show up. So I'll say it again. Who holds us accountable? Where is the integrity? A proper business owner should hold themselves in the highest level of integrity. This is our business. We should be standing strong and being proud of what we deliver. Sadly, that is far from the case for many people. Some people have gone far off course and lied to clients just to keep them happy. So if a person comes to me and wants a relationship reading, for instance, and I see that it's just not going to work out, their ex isn't going to come back, or their person is cheating on them, or whatever the case is, and it's the opposite of what they're hoping for, lots of readers, not me, lots of readers will say whatever the person wants to hear. Will say, yes, he loves you. He's not cheating on you. It's all in your head. Even if the cards and the energy and the divination, whatever their act is, says, yeah, he's stepping out and he's with a bunch of other people and it's not going to work out, or they're not coming back. A lot of people will tell you the exact opposite of what they see, just so that you continue to come back, because you're money. And that's happened to me in the past. I had a situation where I was getting readings from people, and this is where I want to teach you step number 1. Listen to your intuition above everything else. So if you're wanting to go, and this includes with me too, because your life, your intuition is better than any reader, anytime. So, because you're the one living it, and your guides are guiding you. And I will always tell my clients that. There was a situation that I lived personally where I was in a relationship and I knew the person was cheating on me. And I didn't have evidence of it. I felt it in my bones. And I was looking for evidence and I couldn't, I just felt it, and I didn't see it, and sometimes you just don't want to see it. And I didn't see it. So I would go to reader over time. And is he cheating on me? Do you see anybody around him? What do you see? Do you see this working out? What do you see? And every person said to me, no, he's not cheating on you. Even one of my mentors who taught me how to read, he's not cheating on you. He was cheating on me. Now, whether my mentor was wrong or whether my mentor lied, but when it all came to fruition and it came out that he was having a baby with somebody else, he was cheating on me. And I went back to her and I was like, what happened? He was cheating on me. Why didn't you tell me? And her answer to me was, oh, I saw that. My guides told me not to tell you. I paid you for a reading. I paid you. So you lied to me? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if she was just trying to avoid it or what, but I was so upset. So if you're into, and it was a lesson for myself to listen to my intuition. My intuition was screaming that he was cheating on me, and everybody said no. And I should have just listened to myself. So if your intuition says something, you don't need a reader. I'm literally making myself obsolete, guys. But if a reader after reader, save yourself money. If you're feeling something's wrong, whatever that is, at work, in family, with relationships, whatever it is, if you just can't avoid that feeling, it's wrong. Don't listen to readers. We can be wrong. We're human. So that's that. I'll gladly do a reading for you. But my point is, if you're getting these readings and they're not resonating, there's a reason for that. There's a lot of people out there that will tell you what they think you want to hear just to keep you. So that's a thing. Some people do it for easy money and they just make stuff up. And it's very, very frustrating because they don't even know what they're selling. Some people, they sell products or they sell astrology or they sell things and they're not even, they just were like, oh, one day I'll just throw a bunch of stuff in some oils and I'll sell them. It's very frustrating as somebody who's been trying to make a name for themselves. I just watch thousands of readers and people who just, woke up one day and thought, oh, I'll do that. It'll be easy. I can just make stuff up too. I've literally seen people say that. I can make stuff up. I can tell you your future. So, if you have been burned by some of these people, please take time to report it to the proper authorities if you can. If you can. I mean, it's not always possible. It's not always feasible. So that's number one. Tip number two, try to pay with a credit card or PayPal. This is for a very good reason. Because if you pay with a credit card or a PayPal, you can report it to your credit card company, or you can report it to PayPal and get a refund, even if that person blows you off. So if you do it through your debit card, if you send them cash, if you do it through like Venmo or cash, I don't know about Venmo. I'm not sure about Venmo for reversing things. Comment down below if you guys know, because I'm not sure. I haven't really done much with Venmo. But be careful about sending people money, debit cards, stuff like that, because once that money's gone, that money's gone. So PayPal's really good about reversing money if you haven't gotten services. So are credit card companies. So make sure you try to pay with those kinds of ways. Also, do your research to protect yourself. Even people who have 200,000 followers, 100,000 followers, can be just as good at putting on a show. You can easily pretend to be something that you're not. Some people are just really good at glamour magic. Some people are just really good at putting on an act. Some people are really good at promising things and not delivering them. That reading I got from somebody who told me I shouldn't be a reader had 200,000 followers on YouTube, and I had been following them for a long time. So, yeah, you want to be careful. You want to vet your readers. You want to be, there's no problem, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. You can get burned by people. It's just not always what it seems to be. Look at real reviews by people. And if I had done my homework on that reader, looked on Better Business Bureau for sure, looked on Facebook for sure. If I had really done my homework, I would have seen that person screws a lot of people over. I would have found out early on that person is not a good person to read with. But I didn't find out until it was very late in the game. Do your homework before investing your money into somebody, because you're investing your money and your energy and your beliefs in them. If someone tells you something that feels off, don't take it as gospel. And don't take what I'm saying as gospel. These are just tips that I'm giving you because It's something that's been on my mind. People aren't held for accountability, and it's a problem. I've seen a lot of like witch top. It's a big thing right now, and I will be talking about that in a future video. And that's fine. There's a lot of young witches out there, and that's really great. It's not like when I grew up where there wasn't social media and it was shameful and you had to hide, and it was I'm almost 40 now, and when I was growing up, the resources were very hard to get, and the ones that you got, you didn't really share with people, and it was very private. So it's different now, but it's the opposite. Now it's not private, you don't know which resources you can trust because they're everywhere. So you need to be doing your homework. I hope some of these tips can help you in the future, which is, yeah, I really hope. And it's not always a guarantee to stop you from being burned, because I've recently been unfortunately invested in a situation, and I'll let you know how it turns out. I hope that it was a mistake, because I recently purchased a reading from somebody who I've read with before, who I greatly respect, and the previous reading went very well, and this time around they didn't show up. So I'm not going to name names. I don't name names about anybody because I don't want any kind of backlash legally. But I'm really hoping that this person it was a communication thing with the full moon and a misunderstanding. But they were supposed to read for me yesterday, and no show, no call. And now I'm out some money. And I did use my debit card because I've read with this person a few times before, and I know that they were trustworthy. So, and they have a store. So now it's kind of like, okay, well, maybe did you just not get the email, not get the notification? And I called the store today and no answer. And I'm really kind of at a place where I'm starting to be like, am I gonna get my reading? Am I gonna get my money back? Is that money just gone? So very concerning. If they offer a class and you don't see a turnaround in a reasonable amount of time, don't waste another penny on them. I've taken several classes, spiritually speaking, and one was was promised certain things, and the person who was running it didn't deliver those certain things. Like, they didn't show up when they said they would show up, etc. So I got a refund. And another one, the person kind of changed some rules in the middle of the course, and I was very kind of flustered and disappointed with that. And there was a lot of promises for financial return if I followed all the rules, and some of that didn't happen. Most of that didn't happen, I should say. I followed all the rules, followed all the recommendations, and it's been over a year, and I'm still waiting. Still haven't even made back what I invested into the course. So, yeah, don't spend money on more money on situations that don't pay out, that don't get the return that you're investing in. People with real integrity won't sell you something that they don't have experience with. That's another tip. So, for instance, I am not a medium. I will never sell you a mediumship reading, ever. I do not sell spell work, and until I'm fully comfortable doing my own spell work to put price tags on them, I probably will never sell spell work. I'm not sure if I ever will. I will teach people how to do their own spell work, but I don't think I will ever sell spell work for people. I don't think so. That's not really, maybe I will. I should never say never, but that's not really where I plan to go. So that about wraps it up. I just wanted to say, I wish there was a way that they could keep people like me, spiritual workers, a little bit more accountable. That we would have to register at some, I don't know, company, business, the state, I don't know, but I wish there was a way that it could be a little bit more, there would be more accountability, so it would be less considered of a scam and a little bit more considered, oh, they're legitimate and we can trust them. They're not going to rip people off. There's some very noisy cars in my neighborhood today, and I am so sorry if you guys are hearing that. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so we're done. Let's just wrap it up. I hope these tips helped you. I am so sorry if you've gotten hurt, burned, lied to, cheated from, cheated by any reader. Definitely listen to your own intuition. Do your research. Unfortunately, there's people out there that are just going to take advantage of individuals who are in a vulnerable position, and a lot of people who want readings tend to be in a vulnerable position. Look for reviews, independent reviews, not reviews that are posted on the reader's personal website, things like on Google, things on Facebook, things that they can't really manipulate, although it always can be manipulated at least a little bit. But reviews that aren't fully manipulatable. I don't know if that's a word, but I just made it up. And thank you for sitting with me during this time today. Please comment below about any kind of experiences that you've had. I'd love to hear about them. Good, bad, ugly. People that you've enjoyed readings with, people that you've had horrible readings with. Share it. Share it for the community so that people know who not to read with, who to read with, who to take classes with, who not to take classes with. I think that would be fabulous for people to know about. Warn others. Leave reviews for people on Google or Facebook where you can, so that it protects people from bad experiences. Thank you again for being part of this group and this community. Share, like, subscribe, and I'm not gonna delete that. And just keep following, keeping on. I have some more Oracle decks coming, and comment below if you have other ideas of videos that you'd love to see. Thank you so much. See you guys all in the next one. Bye.